Okay, I want to welcome everyone today to another Jewel from our Jewels. We just love these every Wednesday morning, connecting with different jewels in our company, and it's been such a blessing. As everyone knows, that we don't really talk about a topic or figure out a lesson plan or anything. I just say whatever God has on your heart to share with us. We just love it. And so today's speaker is really special because she is one of our diamonds in our company. And last week, I think, or the week before, was her diamond documentary came out, and I was so excited to see it, and it was so awesome. And I met her on a catamaran out in the ocean in Maui it was supposed to be like a cruise, like a I don't know what it was. It was illegal, whatever it was, because they had so many of us on that cruise. I don't even know. I mean, we were sitting on the bow in the front, and it was awful. But anyway, at least we got to meet each other, and it's been awesome. And I am going to turn it over to her so she has a lot of time here because we are going to get started. So thank you again, Allissa, and here she is.
Hi, guys. So as she said, my name is Allissa Snyder, and I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my story and kind of how this happened, and then a few tips. So my story is a little non-traditional, as I had weight loss surgery in 2012. I had it very spur of the moment, because my son actually almost got hit by a car because I was too big to catch him. Wow. And it was devastating at the time, and I just needed to do something quick. So I did that. And I, at the same time, decided I was going to make a healthy lifestyle change. So I was working out, eating healthy, and I had this surgery. And I lost 100 pounds in 6 months. But that's so fast. I was literally blogging for the hospital and like speaking at their meetings. And it was like so exciting that I was losing weight. And then it all came to a screeching halt, and I wasn't quite sure what to do. And I had gone to the doctor and said, what do you think I should do? Do you think I should eat more, eat less, run more? And he's like, just try all the variables and see what happens. And then at that point, I started to put weight on. And I was super upset about it. So my friend Heather had been doing Plexus. Actually, 5 of my friends were her customers because I was kind of helping her out. And then she was like, just try Plexus and see. And my husband looked it over, who happens to be a pharmacist, and he was like, go ahead and try it. There's nothing in here that can hurt you, and it's natural. Just try it. So I did. And my results are not typical, but I lost 7 pounds in the first week because my body was so out of balance. And from there, what started as I'm just signing up to get a really good deal became I might post on Facebook a little bit and see what happens. And when I did, kind of the floodgates opened up. And I very quickly, from the 12th of the month to the 31st, fast started gold with 26 people. But with that kind of growth comes so many challenges and so many things that you don't expect. And I had been a stay-at-home mom, and not to mention I had been like a very morbidly obese stay-at-home mom for probably 5 or 6 years at that point, over 300 pounds. So I wasn't equipped to manage these people or take care of their needs or even know what they needed. So I failed pretty bad as far as like following up with people and knowing what I was going to do and setting a schedule, and just I really didn't know what to do. So as I started getting the pushback that we all get, the products don't work, I go to the bathroom too much, they make me thirsty. Like every time somebody would like complain about anything, I didn't know what to do. So I was just like, I just kind of pushed off the criticism and told my husband, I don't think that the business is for me. I think I'm just going to lose weight and feel better, and I'm going to focus on my half marathon training. So I did. And I went on to lose 40 pounds. And, a few of those people still continue to do Plexus. but not really work it seriously as a business. And then about January, my friend Corinne and Heather and I, we all decided we were going to try to work it as a business because I had gone on to lose 40 pounds. I knew that the products worked. I knew that they had the only vitamin that I could ever take that made me feel amazing. And so we decided we were going to try to work it as a business, but I had grown as a person at that point so much, and kind of was figuring out who I was and things like that. So I started posting in January. I came in with 5 ambassadors from the original 26, and most of them were wholesale and not really working the business. And just decided to post every single day. No matter what, I was going to post twice a day. And it started off slow. I would talk to people everywhere I went. And I did things like, so like one day I woke up and I said, you know what? I'm going to go give business cards to 20 businesses today. And I'm going to ask them if I can leave my business card at 20 businesses. And my husband was like, why? Why? They're a business. Why would they want your card? And I'm like, I don't know. It's an opportunity to talk about Plexus. And every time I talk to somebody in public, I end up stumbling over my words and feeling like an idiot and walking away feeling like I never want to talk about Plexus again. So I have to go figure this out. So I got in my car and I went business to business. The first one was kind of a train wreck. But the lady ended up ordering, ironically. I just literally walked in there with 4 business cards to each business. And I said, I have a business that's new to the area. Is it okay if I leave a couple business cards and we can help each other out as small businesses? And they were like, well, what is it? And the first time somebody asked me that, I'm sure like, it was like, oh, it's a drink that you like pour in a bottle of water. It was like really bad. Well, as the day progressed, it got better and better. I ended up having 2 customers from that, but it gave me the confidence to talk about Plexus in public, which was something that I was kind of struggling with. And I'm a super people person and I love to talk to people, and I needed to be able to talk about Plexus the way that I talk about everything else. So that kind of gave me the courage. And I even put challenges out to my team to talk to people in public. Even like some of the quietest people have gone out and talked about Plexus, and they just feel, I don't know, it just gives them such pride, and they thought it would be so hard. And once they did it, they were like, wow, it's actually pretty easy to talk about something that you're so passionate about. So Corinne and I kind of just kept doing this whole thing, and we were growing. I made gold, like remade gold in like March. And then I made senior gold right before convention in May. So as you can see, like it kind of went slow, like after I started back, but I was persistent and I just knew it was going to happen. And during the summer, Stacy Fraley, the girl who just went Senior Ruby today, and a few others joined us, and the momentum started to pick up. And then about a year to the day that we started posting, I went Emerald, and then very quickly Sapphire, and then Diamond, like within 6 months. So it's been kind of a whirlwind, but at the same time, it's taken me a long time. Like I'll be in 3 years on the 4th of July. And that's a long time compared to some of these other journeys that we see. And it's so easy to compare ourselves to those journeys and look at those and go, well, why am I not growing? Why am I not going Diamond in 7 months? Why do I not have 26 people joining me in 1 month? And I even tell my people, like, you don't want to fast start gold. And if you do fast start gold, we need to know, we need to have a plan, because I need to have like my no sleep like head on, because it takes a team to train that many people and to really focus and get everybody working at the same time. So we have had, we've had 3 other people fast start on our team, but it is a team effort to help somebody fast start. I mean, they really, what ends up happening is the upline ends up being like an immediate upline to those people. So I am close with a lot of Julie Adams people, and so is Corinne, because the 3 of us like pulled together and really made it happen. And she actually fast started senior gold. And I think she had 52 or 56 in the first month. It was crazy. But the momentum took off at that point, and we're so proud of her. She actually went Diamond this month. And just overall, the business has been a huge blessing and a huge self-development journey. I am not the same person that I was almost 3 years ago. I feel like I never put on makeup. I never did my hair. I literally would just pajama pants and like a t-shirt, and that's what I would wear all day long. I would actually think, gosh, I hope nobody stops by the house because my house is a wreck. Like everything about me, I felt was a wreck. And I think Plexus, like through having this role and having the self-development that I've had, it really has just changed so many aspects of my life. But you have to want that, and you have to go after it. And I admit, I used to watch Sarah Marble videos. Sorry. I used to watch videos and think, I don't need those fluff books. I don't need that self-development books. And really, like, I just really was so adamant, like, against, I don't really think I need any of that stuff. But when I finally started reading it and realizing that there's so many pieces that I wasn't really putting together, and realizing that this was because of this, and like that I could help my people if I read those books. So starting to read a few things. Making the First Circle Work is probably one of my favorite books. It's by Randy Gage, and you can get it on Amazon. Love that book. And I actually reread that book like every couple of months, because you'll read it this month and you'll get something from it. And then when you read it, like say gold to ruby, it has a whole new meaning. And like everything that you're reading in there again is just so different. Yeah. So I highly recommend that you guys read that, Millionaire by Halftime. And anything that's super positive that helps you and keeps you going, because you guys are gold and above, so you know that there are ups and downs to this, and there are days you just want to cry your eyeballs out because your neighbor, who knows everyone and their mother, hates Plexus, and you just are so scared that they're going to tell the world, and you love it so much, and it's just, you're not sure what to do. So I literally like keep little things around my house. Like this one has like 1 million little cards. I love little things that make me feel good, and I read them every single day. And that's kind of what like peps me up. Like I have them in my children's rooms. I have them in my children's bathrooms for when they look in the mirror, because when I was a kid, my mom would literally get the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff books and tear out the little like sayings and put them on our mirror. And I remember like one said, don't do anything that wouldn't make your mother proud. And like, I can still see the roses on this little card, like from the mirror. Mm. So I think it's so important to really read those things, because there are so many times when you get out of bed and you don't feel like you're awesome, and you don't feel like you're pretty, and you don't feel like you can do this. So it's important to read those things and say them out loud, even if that's not how you feel that day. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a couple tips. Sorry, I'm a talker.
No, we love it.
Okay, so a couple tips that I would give is never, ever, ever treat somebody like a level. Never make them feel like they're your level 4, or they're your level 5, or they're your level 6, or God forbid, you're level 8. Oh my goodness, are you serious? You don't get paid on them? Why would you work with them? Well, you would work with them because if you build a fire on level 8, it's going to ignite a fire on level 7, because they're excited about 8, which builds it on level 6, which builds it on level 5, which builds it back up to you. So I learned very early on that it doesn't matter what level you are. And frankly, I don't care. Like when somebody messages me and asks me for help or coaching or whatever, I'm not like, well, who's your upline? And I don't go dig and see like what level they are. Actually, I started a relationship with a girl on our team that I just love to death. And I didn't even know until several months later that she's my level 7. And she's like working her business, and everything she does doesn't benefit me, but it doesn't matter because her and I have such an amazing connection, like with Plexus and with the Lord, and it's just been really amazing. So it does not matter what level they are, treat them equally. Now, that's not to say that you don't spend like the 80-20 rule, where you spend 20% of your time with the people who aren't working and 80% of your time with the top 20 that are working. But you need to be smart and you need to be strategic about your business, but at the same time, So much about this is not a regular network marketing business. When we went to Mastermind, it really hit me that we are not a regular network marketing company. These network marketing companies are filled with people that look like they walked out of Cachet in the mall. Everybody's decked out and with their big jewelry. And Plexus is just not like that. I mean, we are moms and people of all different ages. And I just really like that about Plexus, is that we can be so different. So, okay, something else is try to go silver every single month. I went silver every single month from that point on. And then when I got to diamond and the back office happened, I got a little discouraged, with everyone else. And for the first time, I signed no one, no one. I went from 9 a month, which was my average, to 0. And I kind of forgot how to get them. I forgot how to try to get somebody to join me, because if you're not actively trying, then you kind of get out of the rhythm of how to do it. And so I kind of got out of my slump around Christmas, and starting in January, I was actively trying to get people to join my team. And your team feels your momentum. So if you slow down, they slow down. If you're upset, they're upset. And I think after I went diamond was the first time that I had been visibly shaken. My team didn't really know that I was, but I was just, you can tell. So always keep the morale up on your teams. Always communicate positive stuff. Never, ever, ever complain down, because the people that are below you are not at your level, and they don't understand what you're going through at the current moment. And they don't understand why so-and-so feels like this and that. And, although this is a level playing field and we have girls and guys, we have a lot more girls than guys. So it can be hard and challenging. So make sure that, you have that one person that you can talk to, and you tell them, and that person builds you up, makes you feel positive, puts the situation in a perspective, kind of like an accountability partner, and you move on. Don't complain to that friend who's going to add the negativity on and be like, yeah, you're right. That, that really stinks. I can't believe she did that, and just adds on to the negativity. Really find somebody that you can leave it, dump it, and move on. Okay. You cannot hold grudges with Plexus. You have to move on. And then literally you will get to the next level sometimes and go, oh, this is why she did that. This is why this person felt this way. And so you just never know on this journey why things are happening. So just always keep that into perspective. Alrighty. Keeping up the momentum. Okay, so the way I keep up the momentum is by being excited and showing my team my excitement. I make little videos. I'm very often in a hat, no makeup, just hanging out, just basically, getting them excited, saying, oh my gosh, so-and-so joined, and she said this many people joined. I'm so super proud of her. Congratulations. Who's going to go out today and do whatever. Or I'll put out little challenges like the go to 20 businesses, or, focus on 5 people this week on Facebook, 5 people that you haven't focused on in a while, and interact with them on Facebook so they show back up in your news feed. Just little things like that. People don't care if they win a t-shirt. People don't care if they win a motivational saying. They don't care if they win a keychain. They don't care what they win. They just want to win something, usually just to win, period. And they want you to follow through and mail it to them, and not forget to mail it, which I have forgotten occasionally, but usually I'm on time. And just, it doesn't matter what it is. They need to know that you believe in them and that they can do it. And a lot of times they're not getting that support at home, and their husband is not saying the most positive things, because Plexus is taking up a lot of time now. And that's that time that you used to sit on the couch with him, and sometimes they get a little upset. So it's hard, and people need to be built up. So make sure that they know you believe in them and that you think that they can get to the next level, because anybody can do this. They just have to want it bad enough. Something that I do, actually, let me find. Okay. So like on Amazon, I got these little diamonds, these acrylic diamonds, and then I think they were like for a bag, like $7, and 100 of them came in the bag. And then I bought these little keychains and I just like pinned them on this thing. So for less than $1 each, I made these cute little diamond keychains to remind my people that they're always in qualification for diamond. And so when they do something special or whatever, I'll send them one of these and like a cute little card or something. There's like cute little stuff you can get everywhere. Like this little thing says dream on it. And they're these little pop-up cards that come in these boxes like this. And they're so cute, guys. Like they have like little sayings inside and everyone is different and you can't see it because it has to like, it opens up. It's so cute. But sending people stuff like that and letting them know that you believe in them is huge, because everybody doesn't have a cheerleader in their life, and you need to become their cheerleader if you're going to be their leader, because they need that. And everybody cheers in different ways. I'm not saying you need to go like all rah-rah crazy, because I'm very loud and out there while my counterpart is much more subdued and not gonna visibly cheerlead really loud because that's not her thing. So so just figure out what works for you. Don't be fake. Be true to yourself and put it out there. As far as like something that has been huge for me is staying organized. Let me tell you how I do that. Now, by the way, staying organized has changed about 100 times for me. Like I used to do things this way, and then I changed and did it this way, and then I changed and did it this way. When I got to Emerald, I realized I kept changing my processes because everybody else had a better idea. And if I would have just stuck with the first thing, how much further would I have been? Because I was spending time making tickler files and figuring out how I was going to do everything. And finally I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stick with this because this is what's working for me and go from there. So the same thing with training on your team. Make sure that if you have something that's working and you're growing, then keep doing it. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't change everything. Because when you go Emerald, you get on that page and you go, oh, look at this idea. Oh, so has this idea. And then I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to do this. And literally, so not to be crude, but my husband calls it the piston Pomeranian, because, you know, when you get home and your dog is like, oh, like all excited, he's like, oh my gosh, you need to tone it down, like a little bit. Because you get super excited and you just want to try this idea and your team can't handle it. Your team needs one idea at a time with focus. Save the ideas for later and don't throw so much at them because they can't handle it. And you will have other leaders that can handle a little bit more, so give it to them privately. Just don't overload them, okay? So this is how I stay organized. When I'm out and about and somebody says, you know, hey, can I get more information on Plexus or whatever, and say I'm at a red light, yeah, Mom, I don't, like, yeah, I'm never on my phone in my car. But anyway, I, like, say I opened it up and this person named Cindy Franklin says she wants more information on Plexus. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get back to her. I literally screenshot it. Okay. I screenshot it and it's in my photos. Okay. I'm not going to forget her because I've read her message. And a lot of times, if you're not going to take care of it, don't read it. But my motto is I need to read it because I need them to know that I'm going to get back to them. And a lot of times I'll just simply voice message and say, hey girl, I'm so super excited that you want more information. You know, I'm taking land into such and such. And as soon as I get back, I'll send you more information. And hearing my voice and the excitement in my voice gets them excited. Or even if it's a question or whatever. But make sure you screenshot it. You have got to have a way to stay organized. And so whenever I get back at the end of the night, I have like a system. And basically what my system is that I literally sit down at night and I have my Erin Condren, which is all like funky. It can be a $5 mead one from Target. It does not have to be any name brand. It really doesn't matter, to be honest with you. There's some that I have found that have more space, which might be better. But anyway, regardless, I literally look through the things on my phone, see what I need to do, and I write it down every single night. And when I get back from things that I've done, I look through my photos and I take the stuff out, okay? And so if it's something that I can't take care of or can't write down right then I'll just like heart it down at the bottom, you can put like a little heart, and then it'll show up in your favorites. And so that's how I keep myself organized. I know it doesn't sound like all high tech and exciting and all that good stuff. I keep my list of 100 and everything in my Erin Condren. I keep everything in my planner. I write everything in there. I keep the note section of my phone. So like the note section of my phone is pretty interesting. Okay, so emojis are awesome. And so are the note section of your phone. And so what I do with the note section, I don't know if you guys can kind of see it. I kind of have to turn it kind of funny. Do you see how like there's emojis at the top of my stuff? So like that's so I can find it super easy. So like my goals have like a little target before them, and my why has a heart before it. And if your why isn't written in the note section in your phone, then why isn't it? Because you need to know why you do what you do, and it changes. And so you should really write it down and say it out loud, because it will give you purpose for what you do every day. My Plexus info, I have like a little tack thing. But anyway, the product instructions have an apple, and it keeps me, because honestly, the notes section was getting so big and so crazy, I couldn't find anything. And like I'm trying to find out, to show somebody how to take the triplex, and I couldn't find it. So I started using like the emojis method, and I find that it's working better for me. So I use the note section. I screenshot things a lot. And then at the end of the night, I always transfer everything to my Erin Condren, because if you transfer everything over and you write everything you need to do and you make like a priority list for the next day, then you can sleep. Like you can go to bed and shut your brain down for a little while and know that this is what you have to do. There's a great book called Eat the Frog that I love. I tackle the most horrendous task that I have that day first thing. Like I needed to get it over with, which is usually mailing something out, believe it or not. I hate mailing. Like I hate it. But everybody loves to get surprises. Mm-hmm. So I literally will tackle the mail first and like print the labels and put it outside for my lady or go to the post office, which is something that I really like. I kind of loathe thinking about having to do it. So I will do that first. Setting up coaching calls and things like that. I try to do that stuff early in the morning, because that's when you're fresh and that's when you're excited and ready to give somebody your best. Because we all have a tendency to do things at night and do our calls at night and do everything. And I mean, how receptive are you at like 9 o'clock when you're hearing somebody's awesome ideas, and how much are you going to remember because your kid has been screaming all day and they just finally went to sleep and you're just ready to go to bed, So, alrighty. I think that is pretty much all that I have. My husband was so sweet. Like I was getting ready this morning. I was like, hey, can you write down the bulleted points I need you to write down? So he totally wrote them down for me.
Oh, I love it. Don't you love our partners we have? I just love having a spouse that helps us. Thank you so much. That was awesome. I wrote a whole page load of notes here, and I'm sure all of us did. We love these so much, and I love all the ideas you gave about organizing. As a matter of fact, one of the goals on here, yesterday we just set up his whole new calendar and stuff. So it was perfect, because now he can take what you just said and work on his calendar that you just talked about. So that's awesome. And we thank you so much again for spending this little bit of time with us today. Every little bit of your jewels we love to like get and hold on to, and we're just so thankful. And so if everybody would like to unmute right now and tell her thank you, that would be great.
You guys are sweet.